Well, good evening, Alaska. Check out that view. That's from this afternoon, and that's around the Glen Highway. Isn't that a magnificent view of Mount Drum? Well, you can see what area of the state was enjoying some sunshine there. That is just spectacular. So that'll be a prelude to our weather headlines. And we are going to be watching freezing fog become and remain an issue in South Central tonight into tomorrow morning. Colder temperatures over mainland locations, even some sub-zero overnight lows in the interior, and stormy conditions over southwest and southeast Alaska. But you can see the fog, it's out there toward the inlet, but drifting in as we head into the evening hours. We do get a glimpse of the sun from our higher elevation location out of Eagle River, and kind of see the lights of the city coming on underneath some of those areas of fog. Got to talk about the winds too. Shemya, 61 mile per hour gust, almost 50 mile per hour winds for Adak, and then we see 54 mile per hour gust around Coal Bay. These southeasterly winds will continue to be an issue out of southwest Alaska, where some of those coastal flood advisories will still be in effect going into this evening. Coal Bay, almost an inch of rain there, but you check out parts of the Panhandle, more than 2 in Ketchikan, and an inch plus for Juneau, as well as Sitka, and 0.8 plus of an inch around Haines and Skagway. So multiple areas of low pressure just out of the Bering Sea, another developing area off the front that will swing into the Gulf of Alaska, and the departing system over the Panhandle that packed quite a punch. We talked about that earlier. Now we're going to talk about this coastal flood advisory, now extended until Monday, 6 a.m. along the Kuskokwim Delta coast. Now their water levels 2 to 3 feet above the high tide line, and this could impact those areas that saw such devastating effects from former Typhoon Halong. You can see those coastal areas, but Quingilangok, we want to point out that when you get a rise of 2 feet, that can threaten your access to the airstrip, as well as some of those boardwalks in the community. So that's what we're watching for you as we go into this evening and on into early Monday morning. We'll swing it back into the South Central region. Cloud covers drifting in. May not be a complete spoiler, but we will see some increased cloud levels here. Snow reports, I mentioned this earlier, up to 15 inches around the Haines area. The winter storm warning likely to expire tonight, and extended is the minor flooding and the coastal flood advisory down through the Ward Lake Recreation area out of Ketchikan. So these storm systems are going to continue to push east into the Gulf. Southeast Alaska gets hit again on Monday with that next storm system pushing through the Gulf, and it's going to bring continued rain there. And then we turn our attention to the west. It is a busy storm season across parts of the Aleutian, the Gulf of Alaska. Mainland areas, though, are fairly quiet. We're going to see those colder temperatures, though, too. Here's our forecast. In southeast Alaska, wet weather for much of the archipelago down through Ketchikan. You'll see some occasional showers, warmest there, 48 degrees, but highs will stay into the 40s. Teens and even single digits into the interior. Check out the low in Tok, down to 2 below, which is going to be a trend going into this week for some of those lows to be sub-zero. Up to 21 degrees in Ukqiavik, 20 for Wainwright, teens out of Dead Horse, and single-digit highs for Anaktuvik. There's still some winds to talk about across those parts of the southwest coast, but teen temperatures to the north with some sunshine, also gusty winds in sections of the Aleutians. On Alaska and Adak, 40 to 45 mile per hour gust. Coal Bay up to 30 and a high of 42 degrees there. We won't see 40s around the Kenai Peninsula, could around Kodiak, where there's going to be rain, occasional showers in those coastal areas. Look for freezing fog, though, to be an issue into the valley areas, with highs anywhere from the mid-20s to up to 31, even 38 degrees into Girdwood. So Fairbanks, the interior, single digits as they head into the week. They'll see some sunshine, but look at those overnight lows. And Anchorage will also see some cooler temperatures, a high temperature up to 31 degrees for our Monday, and then teen temperatures overnight with highs into the 20s going into next week. Michaela?